Merafe Resources owns ferrochrome assets through its 20% stake in the Xstrata-Merafe Chrome Venture. The group supplies around 16% of the world's ferrochrome requirements in the stainless steel industry. It has a market cap of 1.8 billion rand, a price to earnings ratio of 9.5%. Paul, looking at Merafe Resources, they've just said that ferrochrome production is likely to fall once again in the fourth quarter.
Well, ferrochrome, as you said there, goes into stainless steel and also into, chromed metal products like the shiny exhaust pipe on a Harley Davidson. So there's demand for it, sure, and it comes out of China and it kind of goes in cycles. But it's a fairly reliable kind of, sort of issue. We've got chromium ore in this country. The ferrochrome smelting process is one where you take electricity and you produce ferrochrome lump, which is then more usable by the steel industry. The problem here is that the Chinese have been trying to buy our chromium ores, which the government doesn't like, but it's kind of, hard to stop. Meanwhile, back in the States, electricity in this country, which, as you know, used to be almost dirt cheap, is now going to become most expensive in the world. So I don't know. It's a bit of a difficult one, and partly why Merafe has had reasonable profits but problematic production has been that every now and then they agree with Eskom to turn the smelter off so that we don't run out of electricity on the national grid. So whether or not we're going to go forward from here, but understand this company just has that investment in Xstrata's business. Xstrata is a big global mining corporation, as we know. They're pretty well organized and well managed. So if you had a firm view on ferrochrome, I suppose you'd look at this one, but it's a bit of a bumpy ride.
So where to for Merafe, Gary?
I think it will be a bumpy ride. I mean, if you look at the share price, it's been slipping on this about 76 cents now. So it slowly slips. And like Paul says, I mean, they are delivering fairly good profit, but it's all about selling the electricity back to Eskom. I think they're operating at about, on their smelters anyway, they're operating at about 55% capacity. So that's really not what you want to see from a company. And I think the electricity supply concerns around it are going to go forward. And unless there is an alternative energy source for them, I think it's going to remain under pressure. Like Paul says, they're selling their chrome ore straight to China. I mean, we've dropped off as the number one ferrochrome producer and China's actually taken the lead in ferrochrome production simply because we're selling them the ore rather than actually refining it here.
So a lot of problems for Merafe going forward. Hot or not in this one?
I'm going to go with not.
Paul, hot or not?
Yeah, I quite like the new CEO, Zanele Matlala. She's kind of well dug in. They've got some nice projects on the go, which the joint venture is working on in terms of their Lion 2 project, and there's some other thing which they're busy doing to modernize their facilities. So they're not standing still. So it could be the kind of stock to own if you were prepared to suck up the ups and downs. They pay dividends every now and then when they, have a sort of windfall year. But, even as I say that, I can't even really convince myself, so I'm going to go with not hot.